Hi there. How many of you have ever heard of this term here? Compassion fatigue. It might be new to you. Um, you can Google it on the internet and you'll find some very psychological explanations for it. But I want to share with you today about kind of the clearing perspective of this and specifically my how my take on it and what might cause it. And as I said, if you read on the internet, you'll see symptoms of it like headache and weight loss and various things. Um, but what I want to share about is first the idea that I think this is a scale, where on one end, well, let me say what it is first. Compassion fatigue is exactly what it sounds like. You feel you have a connection to this person, you want to help this person. You don't have to be a coach or a psychologist or a teacher or anything to, I'm going to say, suffer from this, because anyone who in their heart wants to help another person and has compassion for other people, anyone who's suffering, could potentially have this issue of compassion fatigue. And so what it is that fatigue means you're tired, and so this means that you've perhaps given and tried to help somebody and tried, and or maybe you've tried to help a lot of people, but in any case, there's a tiredness because of all this compassion you've extended and expended to others. So, as I said, I think it's a scale, where on one end, when a person might have a little bit of this, and so they might want to take a power nap, might want to take a break and go watch TV for an hour or something like that. On the other end of the scale is someone who has so much of this fatigue that they want to just go in a cave and hide for 20 years and anything in between. And I was just fascinated when I heard this term, because I thought, yeah, I imagine a lot of people, without having a name for it, just have that feeling of wanting to help and caring. It's caring and being tired of it. And that may sound selfish or awful, but I think if we really tell the truth, there's just times when it's like, oh gosh, there's just so much to care about, especially in our world today. So I wanted to share with you some of the causes of compassion fatigue as I see it. And one of them is not taking care of yourself. We're taking care of this person, that person, caring, making sure everyone's handled and situations are handled, seminars are handled, families, whatever it is. We're just taking care of everyone but ourselves. And that can lead to, obviously, an imbalance. So one suggestion I have is, when you're doing these things of helping others and caring, just make sure you have compassion for yourself too. That would be a big help. All right. Okay. So the next thing is something I call out exchange. Where you're giving and giving and giving, and you're not getting anything back. I'm not saying you have to be paid, and I'm not saying that you should keep a ledger and make sure that each thing you do, you check mark. Being very attentive to what someone's giving back to you. It's not that. It's just, I know, when you give and give and give and give, suddenly you have an empty tank because you got nothing back. You didn't get a thank you. You didn't get some positive results, whatever it is. And I'm just trying to make this point that whether someone pays you or not, we start to get emptied out and low on fuel when there's no return. And the return isn't why we do it, but it's still part of life, that when you are consistently and not receiving something in return. Like I said, it's even a thank you, a hug, whatever. It can mean the world, can change the balance that we have. So I just wanted to put that one out there. And the last one is that can cause this is when we've tried and tried to help someone and it hasn't worked. And believe it or not, well, I'm sure you do believe it, because we've all had this feeling when you're trying to help someone, and no matter what you do, what you say, what you give, what you share, what book you give them, what you call them, whatever you do, there's no change. And even though we care about the person, and it's not about being upset with them, it's just something inside ourselves because we have such big hearts. And we want the best for people, and it's not happening. And you just start to get drained. This is all about being drained. It's not drained of your compassion. That's what it, compassion fatigue. But the real draining comes from not seeing results, caring, wanting someone to be better, happier, have more money, succeed, whatever it is. And by the way, they want it too. It's not just what you want for someone. It's what they want for themselves, and you're just trying to help them somehow. Yeah. When you constantly see, week after week, year after year, there's no change, then it can be discouraging. So whether we use this term or not, I'm not going to be someone really who uses this term, but I did want to explain the concept, because I think that pertains to all of us. We all care. We all want to help somebody else. We want to help ourselves too. And to understand what it is and how to solve it, I think is part of success in life, and happiness and peace of mind too. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got to share. Thanks for watching, and put a comment in the box below if you have something you want to share about this. Would love to hear from you. And see you next time. Bye.